welcome back to the channel. This is collection update number 16. I have 5 records and 2 CDs to show you. So, I'm just going to jump right in, see how it goes. First up is Carnivore Retaliation. Get a nice screenshot. This is from 85. This is not an OG copy. There's no date on it, but it's a recent release. I think it might be a German import or something. I don't know. Lyrics, photos, no inserts. It is on green, like a green kind of translucent. It's really nice. 2 disc sets. First 3 sides is the album, last side 3 demo tracks. So you should all know, I can't say that I said you should all know Show No Mercy, and somebody commented, like, yeah, I've never heard it, you know, so yeah. But you should know Carnivore Retaliation came out in 85. I picked it up probably in 86 on cassette. Pete Steele, this is their second album. They did 2 full lengths. This is the second one. First one self-titled. Always loved this album, right? It's I don't know, lost for words. It's how good it is. Controversial to some. So if you've never heard this album, I don't know, Google, you know, basically, you know, song about, you know, I think the best way, I just read the lyrics to Race Wars, pro-segregation, basically, you know. But listen to this, when I was 16, I never thought nothing of it. It's just good music, you know. So yeah, there you go. Carnivore Retaliation. Next up, everything's out of the sleeves, because this is the second time I'm doing this video. First one didn't feel right. I felt grumpy, so I'm trying to be chipper. So this is South of Heaven, of course, Slayer, 4th album. Now, I could do a whole story time around this album, because this album came out July 5th, 1988. I graduated high school June of 88. I was in California visiting my brother when this album came out, and he took me to a record store, I think in Fresno. Was it Fresno? I don't remember. Took me to a record store. It seems like it was a Tower Records, but I don't know for sure. They had like a whole display of these. So I picked it up on cassette and CD. And then the truck broke down, and then the truck broke down again, and then my brother was in jail, and, you know, we were supposed to go to a brothel, and because the truck broke down and Bruce went to jail, I never got to the brothel, you know. I got like a whole story, you know. This was like the most crazy weekend, you know, that I ever had in my life. You know, my visit when I was 18 years old. Couldn't drive a stick shift, got stranded on the side of the road. It's a whole thing. So yeah, if you want to hear it, let me know, and I'll talk more. And this was like the soundtrack to that adventure, because I bought it on cassette and CD, because I had my Walkman with me, so I could play the tape, right? But I always tried to buy things. I was at the point then that I was buying CDs primarily, you know, because I love CDs. They were so cool and new, you know. So yeah, but yeah, I was listening to this nonstop. Disappointed the first time I heard it, because it wasn't Rain and Blood, right? I was still on this Rain and Blood high, you know. And yeah, this disappointed me. Grown on me over the years. Couple weak songs, you know. Behind the Crooked Cross, I never liked. Too sing-songy, you know, just did not feel right to me, you know. South of Heaven, like you're waiting for it to kick in, and it never kicks in, you know. Silent Scream's good. Live Undead's good. Mandatory Suicide Ghost of War's pretty good. You know, I don't know. I don't remember. I think Spill the Blood I enjoyed. It seemed like it went out on a high note, but like Read Between the Lines, like it's not really coming to me right away. Like the others, you know. I don't know. Anyway, I'll tell the story if you want to hear it. I need to do a story time and the murder story, you know. See what happens. Here's the thing. I was told I shouldn't use people's names in the murder story. But if you Google the person's name and the name of the town, the first link is a scan of the newspaper article that tells the whole story with the names and ages and everything. So, I don't know. I feel like it's public record and who gives a fuck, you know. I don't know. Worry about that when the time comes. Next up is Goregrind. Just Black Vital on the South of Heaven. Goregrind. Now, warning. Goregrind, if you know Goregrind, if you watch me all the time, you know Goregrind, because I talk about it as every chance I get. Covers are graphic and gross. This cover, some people may find graphic and gross. Now, this is not an actual medical photo, right? A lot of that in Goregrind. This is not. This is a staged photo, you know, done by a photographer, you know. The guts appear to be real, but they're animal guts, right? And the skull is obviously fake. The rosary looks real, you know. Anyway, warning, you've had your warning. This is Miasmatic Necrosis, Apex Profane. Now, I was just scrolling through looking, and I saw this cover. And I was like, holy shit, I gotta check that out. More guts. Well, the same guts, just in a different arrangement on the back, and that's their logo, Miasmatic Necrosis. This is, yeah, it looks like it's on a Bible. Pile of animal guts on a Bible. This is, I don't know how to pronounce the label. Misako Anunono, Oho, oh, I don't know. You know it, though. I've heard other people say it properly. Yeah, this is great. And even the inside. The inside. Look at that. There's guts and there's the eyeball. Like, they got lots of use out of that pile of guts there. They got, you know, that eyeball's there, the eyeball's there, and the eyeball's there. So, yeah, they got good use out of that. Some more graphic stuff. You know, the rosary. That's just some creepy, like, you know, occult shit there. You know, the surgeon, you know, probably like a Nazi surgeon with the rosary performing some fucked up rituals and shit. And like, what do you know? Guts on the inside. And this is cool, because it's Goregrind, right? Which means you cannot understand a word they say. So here's the lyrics. But the lyrics are like all smudged. So yeah, you can't read them either. So yeah, this is classic Goregrind, you know. It's on blue. And I say classic, but it's not, I guess not technically classic, because it's like a brand new release. This is their only release. So that's not proper to call it classic, so cut that out. This is just mind-blowing Goregrind, right? Brutal. And it's not, so many Goregrind bands are one-man projects, and this is not. This is a band. Did I write down how many people? 4-piece from the U.S. This is their first release. Heavy as fuck is what I wrote down on the notes. 21 tracks, clocking in at just under 22 minutes. Fast, brutal, heavy, short. You know, Goregrind. Amazing. Next up, this is not metal. This is punk. This is the Dwarves. The Dwarves are young and good looking. This is, I don't know the date, and I didn't write it down. This is from the 90s. 97, this came out. Inner sleeve, reproduction. They got kicked off their label because one of the band members faked his death for publicity kind of thing. And there's your credits. Inner sleeve. Black vinyl. Skull on one side. Everything else on the other. Now, the Dwarves. Just real quick. I mentioned one time that lost my virginity to Deicide's first album. After, post-coitus, she puts on the Dwarves, Thank Heaven for Little Girls. That's what she put on. That was my introduction to the Dwarves. Been a fan ever since, right? Kind of hard to be a fan lately because I don't know what they're doing. I listened to the first single off their most recent album that just came out in the last couple months, and I couldn't listen to the whole thing. It's like, what the hell is this crap, Stuff from the 90s was great. Early stuff, great. And then, there was an album that came out like 2000, early 2000s that it wasn't like they completely switched to crap. And they're not crap. I a lot of respect for Blag. I just don't dig what you're doing lately. Maybe I haven't given it a fair shot. That's possible too. But there was an album, it had like some good stuff on it. But it also had some like really awful stuff on it. So it was like, it wasn't like they just one day changed. It was like a gradually through an album and now they suck kind of thing. But, Salt Lake City is a more recent song. I'm not going to Salt Lake City. That's a good song. But then that album was not a good album, I didn't think. Anyway, I'm not shitting. I wanted to buy this record, and there's like one or two others that I'd buy, probably, if I got the opportunity. Because I dig the Dwarves, and they're special, So yeah, anyway, you know what it's like. So yeah, that was the Dwarves. Next up. Did I skip this? No. Next up. This is a CD. This is, let me get it out. Funeral Vomit. This is their self-titled EP. Funeral Vomit logo on the CD. Some, can't really see it, like a face in the muck or whatever. This is band photo on the back. Released by Life After Death. I think I ordered it right off their website. Not a big fan of their website, but, it works. Yeah, I bought it from them. Got the Miasmatic Necrosis record I got from them too. They're also like a distro. And they had that in stock. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's where I got it. Could be wrong. For sure got this there. This is what I put. 4-piece from Columbia. First EP. They released a couple splits and a demo. I've got their demo on cassette. Really good stuff. Also, I believe, Life After Death. Technically, this is a 6-song EP, but it's got 3 additional live tracks on the CD release, including a cover of Death Crush. Listed as death metal, I hear a little grindcore, maybe war metal. Just brutal. It's brutal. Often catchy. The necrophoric, I'm trying to do it by memory because I'm metal. Necrophoric fuck. The hell is it? Necrophoric Infestation. Duh. Necrophoric Infestation. That's the name of their demo. Love that track. So yeah, if you want to just check out one thing, check out Necrophoric. Fuck, I already forgot. Fucking beer and weed will do that shit to you. Infestation. I got it before I looked. Next two things I'm going to show you have something in common. The way I discovered them. It's all they have in common. But yeah, I discovered these recently and fell in love. First up, well, I was listening to Apple Music. I stream music through Apple Music. If you listen to an album and the album finishes, instead of just stopping, it starts playing random songs from similar artists. So I was listening to Savage Master, their first or second album. I was streaming it. And when it finished, it starts playing random songs, mostly like new wave of traditional heavy metal type stuff. And it's decent, that stuff, my biggest problem with that stuff are the vocals. So, but anyway, all of a sudden this song comes on that wasn't really new wave of traditional heavy metal, but I liked it. So I run to my phone to see what it was. And what it was Sacred Steel. War Gods of Metal is the album. Name of the song that was playing was Tonight the Witches Ride. And I heard that song and I was like, holy crap, I love this. Here's the thing. If you've never heard of Sacred Steel, this is listed as epic power metal. So I know what you're thinking. Like, you don't listen to epic power metal. And it's like, yeah, I didn't know how good it was, I guess. I'll be honest, what hooked me in that song, not necessarily every song, but in that song, they give a couple shout outs to Satan, And when I heard them, screaming, about Satan, it caught my attention. Turns out I can listen to a lot of different kinds of metal if they sing about Satan. Simple as that. Who knew? So yeah, epic power metal from Germany. This is from 98. I think released in 97. Yeah, this formed in 97. This is listed as copyright 98. So, yeah, this is, I think, their second, is it? Yeah, second full-length album. Awesome. This was released on Metal Blade Records. Out of print, I believe. Found this on eBay for not expensive at all. So, this is good. Sacred Steel, epic power metal. Who knew? Last up, same thing. I was listening to Spider on Apple Music. When it finished, starts playing random songs. Yeah, I remember like, Midnight and stuff like that. That would be like similar vein as Spider. So all of a sudden this song comes on. And I was just caught my attention right away. I was like, holy crap. This is great. Who the hell is this? So I run to my phone to check and see who this was. Who this is a band I'd heard of. I knew of them. Went out of my way to not listen to them. Didn't want to listen to them. No interest in listening to them. So, talked about them. This is a clip I'm about to show you from an old video where I mention these guys. So just watch this. It's like there are bands that I've never listened to because of their name. Rumpelstiltskin was one of those bands. Shitfucker is another one of those bands. I've never listened to Shitfucker just because of their name. And I'm kind of worried, like what happened with Rumpelstiltskin. I wish I could have listened to Rumpelstiltskin and said, yeah, I don't like them, but I love them, right?
what if I like Shitfucker? You know, am I going to show off my Shitfucker stuff? It's horrible, right?
This is Shitfucker, Sex with Dead Body. This is released through Hell's Headbangers. I believe this is their second full length. I'm going to show you that part. All the lyrics. Not going to show you this part because there's a lot of penises spread about. Testicles too. Lot, very, you know what I'm saying. Lots of male nudity all over this page. So, and some artwork. Cool artwork. Yeah, anyway, there's a poster. Can't show you the poster. You know, one side of the poster is the cover, which censored because there's like a dude, you know, that's the dead body. It's like some dead dude that they're, you know, banging, you know, and he's kind of bloody, bent over. And anyway, you get the picture. One side is that. The other side, like, I don't even want to describe it because it's awful. There's penis, there's crucifixes and orifices. That's all I'll say. It's horrible. Horrible. Let me put that back in there. It's on Hot Pink and Bone. Limited to like 400, I think. As I mentioned, Hell's Headbangers released this. So yeah. 3-piece from Detroit. Formed in 2015. This is their second full-length album. Metal Archives describes them as black/death/thrash with punk influences. I describe them as just sleazy. You know, I would call it, you know, blackened thrash. Punky. It is punky. A little bit of punk attitude. Blackened thrash. Sleazy as fuck. You know. Sleaze. You know, if you can imagine what music do you think of when you think sleazy, this is just sleazy. Love it, right? So yeah. Broke down, you know, I was tricked into listening to Shitfucker. And I'm glad I was because I love them, you know. But that was what I said, I think, in the clip. Is what if I like them? Well, I like them. So now I'm going to buy Shitfucker stuff. You know, people find them controversial because, like, their logo, the S and the F is kind of swastika-like, you know. And, like, yeah, he's sticking things up his butt on the poster they give away. You think he cares that you're offended, you know? Anyway, sleazy as fuck. Really good stuff, though. So, yeah, check that out. Worth checking out. Title track was the song I heard, Sex with Dead Body. That was the first song I heard, and I just fell in love. So, I guess I should wrap up, right? I'm going to try to do another collection update before the end of the year, because I still got some other stuff that I've been sitting on to show you. So, I some of you love these, and you don't watch my other stuff, so I'm going to try to give you more of these moving forward. As many as I can, as often as I can, which isn't going to be every week. But more than it's been like months, I think. So yeah, sorry for the wait. See you again soon. Thanks for watching. If you're still watching and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you are a subscriber and you're still watching, give me a thumbs up. I like thumbs up. See ya.